Okie dokie. 275. Holy moly. This morning I was just wowed by how little we have left to go in the year. 275. God's healing voice protects all things today. So that's what we're going for today. God's healing voice protects all things today. Seems like a very direct statement. Let us today attend the voice for God, which speaks an ancient lesson, no more true today than any other day, yet has this day been chosen as the time when we will seek and hear and learn and understand. Join me in hearing, for the voice for God tells us of things we cannot understand alone nor learn apart. It is in this that all things are protected, and in this the healing of the voice for God is found. Your healing voice protects all things today, and so I leave all things to you. I need be anxious over nothing. Pause. So personally, I have to take my car to get there's something that needs fixed. There might be a recall, and it also needs inspected, but I get weird when people are going to touch my car. So I literally had to tell myself this morning, there's nothing that we need to be freaking out about today. There's nothing, this does not need to be a stressful day. We're going to drive. We love to drive. We're going to let someone help our car if it needs help. These people are responsible. They can handle it. So the ego mind, though, will use any opportunity to freak you out, to get your panties in a knot, to get you upset, to get you nervous, to get you blah, 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 to get you fearful. The ego, that's its game. That's its whole entire game. And now today, our Course in Miracles game is saying, I need be anxious over nothing. Nothing. Today, I'm going to leave all things to God. All right. So anyways, for your voice will tell me what to do and where to go, to whom to speak and what to say to him, what thoughts to think, what words to give the world. The safety that I bring is given me. Father, your voice protects all things through me. So in the middle of telling myself I don't need to freak out, then the next stupid ego thought, they seem to be in a line sometimes, okay, buddy, you're up, go get her. I had to be come on, give me something better to think about. Then, it switches it up, and then it starts to have me worrying about my kid, you know what I mean, who's an adult. I don't need to do that. Because that is controlling, that is worrying, that is being anxious over something that I need not be. I need be anxious over nothing. So today I'm going to just be confident that, yes, I do know I have my appointment at a certain time, but where do I go? What do I do? Whom do I speak to? What do I say? What thoughts to think? What words to give? Everything is taken care of. I can be guided, but to which thought system am I letting guide me? Because I can get all crazy running around like an anxious, crazy chicken, or I can be a calm, cool cat, right? Knowing all that I need will come to me, knowing that all things come through me. I protect all things are protected, I am protected, and that's healing. When I listen to lesson 275, God's healing voice protects all things today. For lesson 275, Tina Jesus said, you might be saying, hey, I'm not really hearing anything. But that's because you have not done enough of the lessons, even though you have done enough of the lessons by now to notice good things changing in your life, the less you listen to the ego. And as you continue your lessons, as you quiet the voice of the ego even more, you are contributing less to your anxiety, and you are contributing less to the chaos that the ego can create. As you quiet the voice of the ego, you can access a different world. Your lives will get better by not listening to the ego. The ego is very loud and demands a lot of attention, and it is relentless. So you must practice choosing every day to listen to the small voice and surrender to the guidance of the Holy Spirit. And as you do that, as you listen to the small voice, as you let yourself be guided by the Holy Spirit, as you quiet the ego mind, you will have good days now. You will have more and more good days. You will have longer periods of peace that go undisturbed by the ego's thought system. How do you do this? You choose love. You continue to choose love every day, every moment. Do your lessons. It is rightly titled A Course in Miracles. You will start to notice miracles in your life. And just the fact that you have longer periods of peace and you have more love and you have more good days and you are making healthier choices, those are in themselves miracles. So keep on listening to the small voice and surrender to the guidance of the Holy Spirit. As you quiet the voice of the ego, you can now access a different world. So yeah, which world are we going to live in today? Which world are we going to choose today? Which thought system, which voice are we going to listen for today? And as we declare, God's healing voice protects all things today. Doesn't that sound like a much better choice than what the ego would be offering? The ego's offering anxiety, conflict. The ego's offering doubt. The ego is offering fear. The ego is it's just a psycho, isn't it? It really is. It gets you freaking out about everything. It gets you thinking 4 months in advance. It gets you thinking a year in advance, and it makes you feel powerless because you don't know with the ego thought system how that's going to work out, what you're going to do. Oh my God, what will happen? That's not very comforting. But when you take time to choose the voice for God, to attend the voice for God, you don't need to be anxious because you know you're going to be guided. You know you're going to be shown what to do, where to go, what to say. All things are taken care of. So you don't need to worry about it now. It's not your job to even figure it out. When you hand things over to the Holy Spirit, to your higher self, to God, to knowing that you're here with a purpose. You're here for healing. You are here. You are here to have all things come through you. And so that really makes you feel good because it's like, wait, I don't have to make this happen. And if it's not happening, it's not supposed to happen. So my ego might think something should happen or should be a certain way. But if it's not happening, it's not supposed to happen. So how do you feel about doing this? How do you feel about not being anxious? That sounds good. That sounds real good to me. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading. A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 275, Insights. God's healing voice protects all things today. What stands out to me today is join me in hearing. As long as I try to be a separate identity, I will not welcome the voice for God. God's voice teaches me that I am not separate and alone. Jesus represents the full recognition of our unity in God, and so he is the manifestation of the Holy Spirit. By joining with him, we share his recognition of oneness. In oneness, there can be no loss or harm of any kind, and so we experience the full protection of God's love. What greater safety could there be than God's safety? I particularly appreciate the practical help which comes from listening to God's healing voice. I need be anxious over nothing, for your voice will tell me what to do and where to go, to whom to speak, and what to say to him, what thoughts to think, what words to give the world. Holy Spirit, help me to see the light of truth in all my brothers. Help me to recognize that light as self we all share. Help me to recognize that light as the self we all share. I open my mind to your word, for I would learn of my safety and my strength, my kindness and my gentleness. With your help, Holy Spirit, I will learn to see that in all my brothers as well. I am grateful for my elder brother's example of remembering love and nothing else, and I would join with him in this remembrance. With him I walk in love. With him I see the face of Christ in everyone. With him, I know the Christ in me, and I am home. My heart is filled with joy. When I quiet my mind of all the ego's chatter and ask the Holy Spirit to heal my mind, I am very quietly brought to a deeper level of peace. I am brought to a place of stillness and quiet. Here I rest a while. Here I am brought to the truth that only oneness in God is real. Herein lies my safety. Herein lies the peace of God. Here I see that all the conflict that comes with believing in separated bodies is unnecessary because the appearance of separate bodies is only a dream. The appearance of separated bodies comes with joining with the ego thought system. The whole thought system is false and therefore not true. The whole thought system could never be in reality. It is just a dream and means nothing. This is what I learned from my inner teacher, the voice for God. I learned that dreams of separation are just dreams, and therefore I need not fear them. I need not believe them. With the voice for God, I can understand the difference between what is unreal and what is real. I can let my mind be brought to the truth. I can let my mind rest a while in the truth of oneness. I can let go of all grievances because I now realize that they are not based on reality. Nothing but universal love can really happen. The rest is dreams. God's healing voice protects all things today. This lesson contains such a beautiful prayer. It made my heart sing with joy when I read it. I am going to copy it into my day timer and read it frequently to protect my peace throughout the day. pathwaysoflight.org. And I think there's a little nugget there for me to remember that when I am feeling anxious about something, it is most definitely always usually something that isn't even real anyways. Like, I do try to avoid all responsibility in the ego world and do as less as I can, because it just gets me, I think on some level, I just know it's not real. Do you know, like, okay, we gotta, the things that we have to do, right? We have to, pay our bills. We have to get our cars inspected. We have to make sure the registration's up to date, pay the insurance, do this. Like, these are definitely all things that are in the ego's world. So I do have to remind myself that, yes, apparently I'm in this stream, so I got to do them. But I make sure I make it as simple as possible. I put things on auto pay. I mean, I like pay things for 2 years if I can. Like, I pay, it is in a sense avoiding responsibility, because I know what the ego can do to me over that stuff. So I just try to like counter it by making it as easy as I can. So today, okay, I have to be responsible for something, but I definitely can still make it as easy as possibly can be, as easy as I can. And this lesson is so timely for me, because that's all it wants to do for you today. Make everything as easy as it can be today. So it's saying to you, you don't need to be anxious for nothing. Girl, there ain't nothing you need to worry about today. God is like, I will take care of this. I will tell you what to do. If you would like to surrender to this guidance, the ego's like, but the ego just shut up. Wait, I should have had 2 bleeps in there. The ego doesn't make things nice for you. The ego complicates things for you. You can still get everything done in the ego's world and not listen to the ego. That seems like a contradiction, but if things will turn out better if you let yourself be guided. And that's what God's voice is saying. I will tell you what to do, where to go, to whom to speak, what to say to him, what thoughts to think, what words to give the world. So you're safe. Everyone is safe through what you are given. So, Father, your voice protects all things through me. People are going to want to be around you when you are walking in this energy. You're going to want to be around you. You're not going to even think twice about getting everything done. The ego's always worried about getting everything done. It's going to be fine. You're going to feel so much peace if you can practice this new way of being in the world. So as the loud ego voice chimes in and starts to freak you out and starts to count down the minutes till you got to leave and bobbity bobbity bob, breathe, pause, quiet that loud ego voice. Stop the ranting, quiet it down, and say to the ego's voice, if you must engage, God's healing voice protects all things today. I have complete faith in letting this be. Today, I'm going to attend the voice for God. Today has been chosen as the time when we will seek and hear and learn and understand. So join me in this hearing today for lesson 275. The voice for God tells us of things we cannot understand alone nor learn apart. It is in this that all things are protected, and in this the healing of the voice for God is found. The healing of the voice for God is found. So it's definitely going to take practice. Do your best. It's your choice of what you get to focus on and who you get to listen to, and try it out. You know where you've been. As you do these lessons, are you having more good days? Your healing voice protects all things today. And so I leave all things to you. I need be anxious over nothing. So that's what I am going to do as I do what I need to do. It can still all get done, but I can be in a different state of mind, when I am seeing all things as one, when I'm not focusing on separated bodies and the world of form and the ego's thought system. So I should have total faith today that everything is not only just going to go well, but more better and more than well than I could ever do on my own. Because the truth of the matter is we are not alone and we're not on our own. So let yourself be guided, even though it seems a little challenging if you've been governed by the ego mind to let, like, tell me what to do, tell me where to go, tell me what to think. But I appreciate the guidance. How about you? Let me know what you think. All right, see you tomorrow.